Hey, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. And I'm here today. I want to talk about why we, as speakers and trainers, people who are using speaking and training within our business to build recurring income, those of us who have dabbled in it on the side, why we need to be thinking more about the business side of speaking and thinking beyond just the transformative speaking programs. Now, here's the real deal. The deal is that in order to create impact, to be sought after, to continuously have people interested in utilizing your services, you do need to build a transformative speaking and training program, because if you're not able to impact the hearts of the audience, you will not be invited back, nor will you be able to really get to a place of truly utilizing your voice to funnel in prospects, for leads, people who you want to bring into your community. There needs to be a logical step process when it comes to why we do the work that we do. At the same time, we're impacting the communities that we desire to serve. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this because I remember when I first started my speaking and training, I was a faculty member that saw that it was possible for me to be able to make money through speaking. In fact, when I learned that speakers were actually getting paid more in 2 hours versus what I was getting paid as a full-time faculty member for the month, I knew that this was a viable option. However, when I first started my business, I used to say this term a lot. I used to say things like, I just want to impact people. I just want to reach people's hearts. Now, if you have ever stated that term, go ahead and type a 1 in the chat, or have ever stated that phrase. And so I would consistently say, it's not about the money. I just want to make an impact. Type a 1 in the chat if you've done that. And so that is what I led with. I was leading with making an impact. I was very heart-centered, and I still am. I was very legacy-driven because I had recently lost my mother, and I knew that I wanted to make a larger impact by using the most powerful tool that I had, which is my voice. However, my main focus was on reaching hearts, and that's what I did. I certainly did that. People will leave my programs and they would be leaving it completely empowered and inspired to take action in the lives of the communities that I was reaching at that point in time. However, my friends, behind the scenes, when people were looking at all the amazing work that I was doing with the blogs, with my podcasts, with me sharing my message on stage, they didn't understand that behind the scenes, I could barely afford to pay a coach to help support me. I was leaving negotiation tables feeling resentful. And I was beating myself up day in and day out because I was not reaching a place of profitability in my speaking and training business. Now, if that resonates with you, you don't have to type anything in the chat right now. But I know through various conversations with dozens and hundreds of different speakers over the course of my own speaker journey, as well as my consulting business, a lot of us are in that same place. And what's amazing is that many of the speakers that we highly admire, we're talking well-known, incredible, brilliant people, are dealing with the same issues that even new beginning speakers are dealing with. And what is that? They're missing the mark of profitability in their business. They haven't truly understood how to diversify their income. And it's forcing many of them to abandon their heart-centered work because they can no longer be in a position to develop the cash flow necessary to continue that legacy-driven work. And this is why we've created the Legacy Scaler Conference, because there are amazing, wonderful people out there who have done great things, who have gotten book deals. They have great stages where they've been paid $20K plus for a keynote. However, they haven't handled the back end of their business so that they can remain doing the powerful work that they desire. Now, we're not talking about the choice of saying, hey, I'm ready to change my business model because it's not aligned with me. We're talking about people who want to continue serving with speaking and training, who want to continue serving in their space of expertise, and they're being forced out of it because they haven't built a necessary business model to support that legacy driven work. That is why the Legacy Scaler Conference exists. It exists for us to get to the reality of what is absolutely necessary for us to continue doing the powerful work that we do. And if we aren't willing to take a reality check on what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, the decisions that we're making, we will not be able to stay and make an impact in the way that we desire, because our back end isn't supported for that longevity. And as you're building out your topics, as you're going out there and pitching, that needs to be created. You need to curate that foundation to support that. So today I was actually on a interview for type a hi in the chat for me so I know that you're here. I was in an interview today. I was being asked about like my sabbaticals, and they want to know, like, how did this come about? Like, how were you able to finally say, I'm going to have sabbaticals in business? Well, it came about from planning. So the next question was, well, how long did it take you to actually plan it from the point of planning to execution? Well, there was many times that I attempted and never really got it to work, right? It never really worked. But then there was a time where it was like, all right, this is it. I'm going to get these sabbaticals in here and we're going to stick with it. Well, it took me about 10 months, y'all, about 11 months, me saying, all right, that's it. I got to do what I got to do to get these sabbaticals. And I had to plan for it. So for a lot of you, planning is not the best. It's not the fun. It's not the most fun thing you can do, right? Like, I literally met with a client today and structured out their expertise. And it was like, you know what, man, this was already in my head. And just seeing how you structured the signature training program, it's like, wow, I would have never been able to sit and do that. That's okay. That's why there's people like me. There's a reason why God created my brain to work the way it does. I like to structure things out. I like to create a unification between the thought patterns of our brain and construct it into something that's powerful. That's the work that I do. It's why I have this consulting business. So if you know that you want to have speaking and training as a reliable source of income, a revenue stream, if you know you want to diversify beyond just speaking in front of the stages, but look at other ways in which to build this business model, I'm going to highly encourage you to come to the Legacy Scaler Conference. Oh, wow. I wonder what you're hooked on. Tell me in the comments. So let me point out some ways in which you can really grow in your own business. Okay. So even if you don't want to speak specifically and use speaking and training in the form of keynotes, know that our clients are hosting workshops. They are consulting. They are providing continuing education courses for professionals. They are doing B2B work. They are doing B2C work. There are multiple models that can be utilized, and it's all about what fits into the life that you want to create. So by attending the Legacy Scaler Conference, you're going to learn trends within business that make the most sense for someone that wants to leverage speaking and training as a lead generating tool for their business. You're going to hear from successful entrepreneurs, not just from me, but so many other of my friends who are 6-figure business owners and 7-figure business owners who are generously lending their time to be able to share what has worked for them as they've built out their legacy-driven business. That it can also be something that you can utilize today. You're going to be able to network with professionals from all different types of walks of life. And as yesterday, when we talked about community was essential for me to develop as I began making my way throughout my industry and making my brand undeniable. And that's the same exact thing that you need to take in consideration when it comes to speaking and training. Who in your circle is also a speaker and trainer? Who is going to be there to be able to support you in this very unique way of building out a business? Well, that's what we're creating at the Legacy Scaler Conference. In addition to that, we're going to give you resources to help you take your business to the next level. There's going to be coaching sessions. There's going to be workshops and seminars. There's going to be so many things that will help support you in your business. And at the end of the day, we all know that you're there for the development of you being able to create more freedom in your life through your business. And if you know that one of your callings and one of your gifts is to express yourself through speaking and through training, this is the place to be. And I want to also highlight something that's really awesome. Someone said, I'm hooked on being, oh, I don't know who that is. Well, we love you. we have amazing members, and I love that you want to speak, and that's awesome. That's so awesome that you want to do that. And what you'll find, most of you are already speaking. One of our mastermind clients, Dr. Taniqua Miller, gave an awesome presentation for our mastermind, and she had us all say that we were professional speakers. And many of us are already speaking in multiple different ways. But what we haven't yet figured out is how to be in a place where we can leverage speaking. And that's exactly what we're focusing on at our Legacy Scaler Conference. We want you to leverage it and understand, how does it impact your business? How can you build recurring income through it? How can you stop feeling like, oh man, I've been out here speaking for all this time and I really haven't been able to monetize it? Well, we're going to help you build the confidence around your messaging and the way in which you're setting up your business model, give you some options to look at, so that as you start positioning yourself as a speaker, you can also honor your legacy and gain access to industry leaders who are already building out 6- and 7-figure businesses and making the connection between what they desire, what the life that they want to live, and how their business model supports that. So I want to encourage each of you to apply today. Yes, this is an application-based event. And the reason why it's application-based is we want to get clear that this event is going to support you. And if it isn't, we'll provide some other resources for you. But we want to make sure that this space is curated for the right individual, so that you're not hearing fluff. You're actually hearing tools that you can use to leverage and be able to scale your business through speaking and training. So I want to invite each of you to apply. The early bird ends next week. I can't believe this. Early bird pricing ends next week. You can save $5 off of the $500, not $5. $500 off of the regular ticket pricing, and that ends on February 28th. So if you know that you want to be in this space, you want to be surrounded by amazing executives, leaders, and professionals who are legacy driven, who are all about connection and community and collaboration, and also sharing their own voice through speaking and training, this is going to be the intimate event for you. It's intimate. We're only allowing 60 people, and that was intentional. So make sure you apply today. You can find out the information above this video or below, depending on the platform that you're looking at. Submit your application in there. We have payment plans available for those of you that want to spread out your payments for this event, but it's going to be well worth it. And I cannot wait to see you all there. All right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.